you know, it is a little swollen in the forearm area near the elbow, and that's all I know, man. It's still in pain, obviously, but just got to get the MRI tomorrow.
When you went back in, you threw one pass and you didn't again. Did it make it worse or just?
I've been throwing after the hit occurred on the sideline just to see where I was at. But even in those throws, it was painful, and so I couldn't throw anything probably over 10 yards, 5 yards. So that's why we just had some screens. That was really our only option when I went back in. So.
What kind of emotions do you have? Obviously, a big game, big opportunity, and then you don't get to see it through. What is that like?
Yeah, it just hurts. It's I'm just so sad for the older guys. You know, Fred, Trent, George, Eric Armstead, everyone, all the guys that have been through this. You know, they've obviously been to the Super Bowl in 19, and then last year in the NFC Championship, and then for this to happen, it's in the first drive, really, of, man, like, this is the kind of game we have to play after the first drive, and I'm just frustrated. But it's more sad for those guys than anything, because they deserve to go, to win, and to win the whole thing. And so when that happened, man, I'm just more frustrated with that and sad for them.
Have you ever had this injury or anything like it?
I have not. It's the first time.
Did you when you got the hit, you knew there was something that might be a little serious?
Yeah, I thought it was an incomplete pass, and then we had a third down coming up, and I went to the sideline while they were, like, reviewing stuff, or the play, just asking for a ball, like, because I knew something wasn't right. And so I just asked to see if I could throw. And even in those couple throws, I was like, man, something's not right. And it was a fumble. And then that's when they checked everything out, and I tried throwing on the sideline, and it was just extremely painful.
After Josh's first series, it looked like on third down you were almost going to run on the field, or was there something in your mind like you might be able to get back in? It was in your own territory.
No, I don't think so. Not at that moment. I was probably thrown on the sideline just to see how I was feeling, to see if it was getting any better, but it didn't.
Brock, after the initial injury, you had a conversation with Kyle at that point on the sideline. What did you say to him at that point?
Yeah, I told him right there, if we run a play, you know, I can't throw it deep. Like, just for this play at least, like, it's hurting really bad, and, you know, if we're going to get a completion, have it be something short if that's all right. And so that's really what I was telling him.
Given the run you had,
Couple more.
given the run you had this whole year, had this happen when it happened, just how tough it was for you to have to accept it and then trying to continue on. What was the
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about how hard it is, how it takes every little thing to align the right way to win, to go all the way. And it's just, I was thinking back early to the season, just what happened with all the injuries and stuff, and then, you know, we get hot and we're winning games, and how tough even those games are to win. Last week, how tough it was to win. Then you come into an environment like this, you know, locked in and ready to roll, and then an injury happens, and then the way the game goes just totally shifts in a different direction. So it's just all these emotions, and again, I come back to, I want it for these guys, the older guys, more than anybody. You know, as a rookie, you know, you can say, oh, I got your whole career, but man, these guys have told me, like, it's rare to get here, and so it's hard. It's not easy. So, man, it's more for those guys, and you know, I feel for those guys, man, more than anything. So.
Last one.
Where you got hurt, what was the design of it? Were you going deep to IU and then also?
Yeah.
When did you see Reddick coming? Because you didn't see him until it was too late.
Yeah, no, it was play action pass. I was literally ripping it to BA. He was coming open and thought it was going to be a big play. And then, yeah, he just came from my blind side at the time, so on my right side, and, you know, the ball came out. So.
All right. Thanks, guys. Nick's right here. When did you know that Brock was basically out for the game? Like right away, or?
No. Yeah, I found out when everyone went back to the sideline.
I saw you talking to the coach. Like, was there a chance that they might ask you to at least play the quarterback position?
Yeah, we had some plays up that were ready to go.
Would that have looked like you staying in at quarterback? I mean, was there a discussion of you could be the quarterback for an extended period, or was it just a smattering of players?
It was just be ready to go, and it was a specific package of plays.
The frustration you guys have put themselves to lose Brock and then you lose your backup quarterback in the most important game that this was. Just what the frustration or the challenge, I guess, of trying to continue on in that kind of mindset, having lost two quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It sucks. You never want to see any of your teammates get hurt, let alone obviously the quarterback position. It's tough. You're never out of the fight though, and we believed it and just didn't turn out our way. We got beaten. It. Wish we had another shot at it with everybody. It would but it's life. It's the way it goes.
What's the emotion like when Josh goes down?
Well, you're in the heat of battle. There's you got to turn the page as quick as possible, and there's still time left on the clock, so we're trying to score.
Christian, what are your emotions? This team has been on a roll almost from the time you got here, and haven't ended up like this.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotions that come at you at once. I think obviously it's disappointing, and we wanted to be playing and have a shot to play in the Super Bowl. But at the same time, I'm unbelievably grateful for the way this team took me in the middle of the year. Feels like a family in there, from the coaches and the ownership to the players, and I'm grateful for everyone in that locker room.
When you consider the run you guys made and just how special was a run like this for this team to do what you guys have done, backup quarterback and the whole things and the chances you guys have to have, how special was this year for this team?
Yeah, I think it was very special. I go back to just the practices when I first got here and didn't know a lot of people, and just observing, and there's a reason why that team has a shot every single year, and I know why now, and the fight that's in the locker room is amazing. It's unfortunate that it happened the way it did today, because I feel like all those guys deserve a real shot. We all do, but once again, this is a tough game, and sometimes it doesn't go your way.
How was Brock's emotions going back in the game after he was out and not being able to throw?
He was a warrior. He kept doing what he was supposed to do. It's tough when you can't throw. But everyone was still dialed in and trying to make the next play go.
On your touchdown run, you got hit pretty early and then hit again and hit again. What was kind of the mindset as you were making that play?
I don't know if I had any thoughts. Just kind of going.
Did you just think, I'm going to score a touchdown?
I don't know if you have time to even think all that. When you're playing, you kind of black out and you just let it flow.
How big a difference does that make? I mean, you already lost Brock, but now you're tied. I imagine just from a spirit or confidence level, that see the score tied.
Yeah, you're never out of the fight in this league.